Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new cemetery video. Haven't done one of these in a while, and we got a heck of a location for you today. I was invited down here by Alan, Revenge of the Apocalypse, and we're coming to you from the Easton Cemetery. This was established back in 1849, has over 29,000 burials, it has mausoleums, it has some incredible tombstones, a lot of history to it. And we may do a little bit of an investigation while we're here too. So if you'd like to see what we encountered today, just come along with us. So unfortunately, this large mausoleum behind us is currently locked up. But we have seen photos of it from other people who've been here. So if I'm able to find any, I will share them with you. But we're gonna walk around though and still check out what this place has to offer. It's a beautiful location, tons of trees, walking paths, and just tombstones and markers and plots and everything that you'd want to imagine to find in a cemetery is here. And again, some of them are going to be older, from the 1800s, some of them more modern, more recent I should say. But nonetheless, we're going to be able to walk the entire property here. Probably be a little bit of a longer video, but I do know people enjoy the cemetery tours, and I'm going to focus on some of the dates, some random locations we'll stop and focus on. Take some photos for a photo montage at the end of the video. But without wasting more time, let's get started. This place is so big too, they actually have a map you could follow to see where you're going, where things are located. This caught my eye here. It's got a border. It may be a family plot. So we'll take a walk inside of here and see what information we can find. It's like we got a little squirrel occupying the space. This is Bennett. Or got some age to it. Not sure if you could see. It's a little bit worn. I do see born December 6th, 1816. Died August 22nd, 1854. This person's one of the relatively earlier people to be buried here, since this was started in 1849. But surrounded by these smaller gravestones. This one, maybe relation, different name. Anna Carpenter. Alan Carpenter. Hey, there's an Alan here. Levi Carpenter, and that one just has initials on it, JDB. But it is a beautiful piece though. And over here is another section of markers here. That one looks like a scroll tablet, almost like from Indiana Jones, that's broken off from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or I'm sorry, Last Crusade, where he's doing the rubbing. Kinsey, Daniel Black. No dates on these ones. A lot of bugs here too, unfortunately. You can see all the veterans with the flags. Nicely remembered. But my guess is that since it's all enclosed in here, they're probably all related somehow. Here's the Love family, John, Magdalene, and Emma. If you see straight ahead, we have a pretty gorgeous statue here. Wow. The size of that cross too. Sorry about the traffic. Wow, that is unlike what I've seen. Oh, and look at the hands are gone too. I'm hoping that no one broke those off. But look at that piece though. That is kind of sad and beautiful at the same time. But that cross though is enormous. That thing must weigh several tons. But it's got some weathering on it, and it's just like a piece of art. They even have these markers too. This is a historic point of interest, and I do believe they give tours here, so you can maybe check their Facebook or website for more information on that. This one here's another historic point of interest. It's like brooch. Amazing piece though. There's another family. Dreisbach. Emma, Elizabeth, Joel, Anna, Edward. Joel's not a name you would imagine back in 1850, but I guess it was a prevalent name. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the cemetery tour, make sure to leave your comment down below with your favorite piece and give the video a like. So here's some pieces I've seen in other cemeteries. These look like they're carved out of wood, even though they're not. And usually I was told that these are for like lumberjacks or woodworkers or carpenters. Something to deal with their profession, that they look like they're made out of wood. So if I am correct in that or misinformed, feel free to share any details you're aware of for that. So here's something a bit sad. Very unique headstones. This is Emma Reeder and child Amalia. Very unique name. Amalia. Amalia Reeder. I believe that's a girl's name, so that's mother and daughter. Born 1882, died 1884. Not even 2 years old. As I mentioned, there's lots to see here. A lot of different tombstones, headstones, various sizes, various ages. And as I pan across, you just see the overabundance of beauty that's lying here. Right in front of me here looks like almost above ground caskets, even though I don't believe they are. But these ones are kind of striking, not something you typically see, or that I've ever seen. James Reilly, 1902 he passed away. Damn it. Mary Reilly, Margaret Reilly. You almost don't even know where to look. It's almost overwhelming. There is so much to see here. And I don't want to bypass too much, but I also don't want to show too much either. So I'm trying to give a good balance here, so that's something worthwhile to watch. But obviously, if you are near the area of Easton, Pennsylvania, guys, come and check this out for yourself. So the next one that caught my eye is the Keene family. They have some beautiful headstones here. Ida Keene, wife of C.B. Zimmerman, and Mary Keene. And here's the big one, Mary Keene. The beautiful decorative elements on it though. It's amazing. Definitely photo worthy. I'm gonna line it up here and snap a shot. Resembles almost like a knight holding a shield. I'm going to try to read that for you. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Psalm 91, 1.11. Actually says guardian, so it's almost like a guardian angel maybe? That's definitely different, but beautiful in its own way. I could see it now, like the halo in the shroud of the wings. That's beautiful. I just spotted this too on the side of a headstone. It looks like maybe bronze. It says real daughter. It has like a symbol there, similar to like a wagon wheel. Here's another unique one. Almost resembles like a trough for horses for water. May have been a garden at one time. Born 1824, died 1860. It says wife of Benjamin Reiser, something like that. I can't read it, it's too far weathered. But the ones that are kind of standing out to me the most, obviously, are the statues. And I love getting the photos of them because they're just so photo worthy. Not only the location, but the contrast in the sky. And they're all unique in their own way. Yeah, that's covered in cobwebs, but still a striking piece. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go diagonally over here. Looks like a mausoleum, some more statues, and then we're going to work our way over to there and back on the road, and then we're going to work our way towards the front. But we have a lot of ground to cover, but I'm going to not do any talking during this segment here, so just enjoy the view. Okay, so I was right. What we saw earlier, what I said was like a horse trough, is indeed for like a garden. And that's what people are using them for. Quite ingenious, because they're growing whatever they're growing right on top of their loved ones. It's actually a really good idea. So here we have the Kunzman Mausoleum. This one is actually cinder blocked up. Typically they have a gate or a door. It says historic point of interest. I wonder what the history is behind this one, but it's almost like they don't want anyone ever going inside. I may have to try to do a little digging on this. I'm not sure if I'll find anything, but usually when things are blocked off, you know, it's an intentional reason, and I've never seen a mausoleum cinder blocked up like that. So that one has me a bit curious. Looking here back towards kind of where we started from is just such a gorgeous view though. And like I said, when I come here, I find peace, I find tranquility. I find it a relaxing place to clear your mind. I don't think about all the souls that were laid to rest here. I just think about as a place of remembrance and a place to kind of just come and get away from everyday life, to reflect on your own feelings and just kind of take a break from everyday life, if that makes sense. Now this right here, what looks to be something from like medieval times, I believe is like a chapel or a little church. Kind of sitting here right in the middle of the cemetery. I believe it is used, but we'll take a walk around. Maybe there's a small chance it's open, but from the outside, it's a simply gorgeous building. It looks like right there may be the Star of David in the window there. It's up on top there, below the bell, there's a little plaque that says, Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life, 1875. Well, in case you're wondering, this place is under surveillance. Actually, I had no idea where Alan is. So, oh, it's a pretty neat piece right here. Let's go check that out next. Actually found Alan. So I have a question for you. Looking at this, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this? What does it resemble? I can tell you it is from an Indiana Jones movie. To me, it looks like the Ark of the Covenant. The way it's shaped and designed, it's very, very ornate and beautiful. Let's see. Colonel Thomas Mckean, born June 26, 1763. Died November 25th, 1858. Without a doubt, somebody of importance and held to, high regard and want to be remembered in a very specific way. Looks like the wife here, Elizabeth Long, born 1785 maybe, died 1864. Yes, like I said, first glance, it resembles the Ark of the Covenant. All right, so I want to spend a few moments and focus on this one. Right here, laid to rest is Lucy. Lucy Minturn Barnett, born 1851, died 1853. Now, as long as Alan's known me and as long as I've known myself, I typically don't get very emotional at cemeteries or locations. Not like Alan does, where he's able to feel things. When I saw this and started looking at it, focusing on it, I started actually getting an overwhelming sensation of sadness. And it's beautiful, it's sad, it's a whole bunch of emotions looking at this. And what it is, it's the baby statue here, covered in a blanket, surrounded by toys who have been left here, some of them longer than others. I'd imagine even a couple of years with the condition of them, but nobody's touched it. And it's almost like a little capsule of this child's life. And, you know, obviously being a father, it stood out to me. So seeing this, though, I had to give some special attention to Lucy, because it's just unfortunate when children don't get to live a full life and don't get to experience what the world has to offer. But the other note, though, is that she actually is buried next to her family. They're all laid to rest back behind me here. So they are together now, but there's just something about it, though, that really drew me into this, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I was drawn to this particular location, we're going to pull out the K2 meter, we're going to place it here, and we're going to see if we pick up any type of frequency or activity. There's no power here, and there shouldn't be anything magnetic to cause this to light up the lights. But we're going to leave it here for a few minutes. We'll sit here and watch it and just see what happens. So obviously it's going to be hard to try to make contact with Lucy, who would be a 2-year-old, wouldn't really understand adult language. But if Lucy or anyone is here would like to communicate with us, we do come here in peace. We come here respectfully, and we'd like to make contact with you. This device here with the lights is almost like a toy. All you have to do is try to touch it, and the lights will light up. And if you can make it light up yellow or orange or red, we can ask you some questions and communicate that way. So don't be afraid of it. It will not hurt you. But we would love to speak with you and to find out if you are here with us. I do love your location here, though. You have a nice shady area, lots of toys to play with. And I'm sure you get visited by lots of people who do remember you and do think about you. So you are definitely not forgotten, and your family, I'm sure, is happy to be together with you once again. But if you or anyone else here would like to speak with us, please just try to touch the lights, and it will light up different colors. So we've been sitting here for a few minutes. The lights haven't moved at all. I didn't expect them to. It's kind of hard to make contact with someone so young, but I just thought it'd be worth the effort because of my draw to this location. So my friend Alan placed one of the toys closer to our device. If you try to touch the toy or try to pick it up, it may make the lights light up. It's almost like a little Christmas tree. So try to touch anything over there, and we'll know that you're here with us. So we are walking towards the front portion of the cemetery where you would enter. And we're going to see what's up here to check out. And if I get drawn to another location, or maybe we'll pick another random location, we'll see if we get any activity on the K2 meter. But still a lot more to see. We only covered maybe half of this. There's still a lot more to go. Here we have James F Randolph, born June 26, 1791, died January 25th, 1871. And it's right up front here near this gorgeous building, which I believe is the caretaker's home. All stone structure, and it's got like a, almost like cathedral-like roof on it and elements with a nice fountain in front of it. We're also coming up here near the archway, which is the entrance. We're going to stop, go outside and get you a view of that, because that is an iconic looking feature when you're approaching the cemetery. And of course I'll snap a photo or two. So here we're looking on the back side of it. That is an amazing view. So there's the front. This is the office of the cemetery. possibly a caretaker's home too, but here is the front entranceway. This was erected 1882. It says the Easton Cemetery Gateway.
And the things there's booklets.
Okay.
Like the black markers on here.
Yeah, we saw the historical markers.
So
yeah.
It kind of maps them out for you and tells you who they were and why they were.
Oh, okay.
Why they were important.
I saw on the website that they do tours here, but we saw that with everything going on, that's nothing's taking place right now. But yeah, we'll get one of those and grab it.
It's a walking tour. You can do it yourself, and there's a lot of history.
Okay.
In the area. So your YouTube channel isn't. It's historic. It's not like Ghostbusters or.
No, like we film like my channel is JPVideos right here. It's a variety channel. I film everything from historical to roadside attractions to abandoned locations, but things that are kind of interesting in Northeast Pennsylvania. But we're not here to do any ghost hunting.
Okay.
So
right.
yeah, we're just documenting the beauty that it has here.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Just stay respectful. That's all.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, so just a quick update. We were up here near the front, near that gorgeous building, which is the office. And a gentleman approached us asking what we were doing, and we got into a conversation with him. He ended up being the superintendent here of the cemetery, and he was wondering like how we found out about it and stuff like that. And he said that they actually have self-guided walking tours here. Up on the porch there's black boxes where you can get a booklet here, and inside the booklet has all the information about those little black markers that we saw. A historic marker like number 4 Buckley Plot, Henry Foster Marks. So you could basically take a walking tour yourself and learn about the history of some of the people that are buried here, which is a fantastic idea. I thought the tours were like a public tour where you were led by a tour guide. But no, it's a self-guided tour. The booklets are on the porch there, and you could learn about the history and about the monuments and mausoleums. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you come here, grab one of these and you'll be able to either drive or walk around and see some of the locations that are more important than others. And like I said, I think it's a great idea. I wish more cemeteries would implement this, because there's a lot of cemeteries even closer to home that have a lot of famous notables, and unless you do like research online or talk to the groundskeepers or somebody, you wouldn't really know where they're located or what their significance is. So wanted to say special thanks to the superintendent of the Easton Cemetery for sharing that with us, and now that we can share it with you. Come here, check it out for yourself. I think it's a great idea. So this is Trail Green, MD LLD. This is first president of the Easton Cemetery Company, physician, scientist, educator, patriot, and Christian. And we got a statue of him right here. It almost looks like George Washington a little bit. A very neat piece. So the one thing I want to mention too is that we unfortunately can't do any more work with the K2 meter. The superintendent is like, "You're not here as like a Ghostbuster, are you?" He's like, "We don't really like that type of stuff done here." I'm like, "No, we're just kind of documenting it, talking about the history, showing the headstone." So even though we did that one small segment there at Lucy's headstone, we're gonna be respectful of his wishes and not do any more of that. So we're looking back at that church there, and just to give you a sense of scale of this place, look how much further it goes. It's just rolling hills and just gravestone after gravestone. Now off in the distance, it actually goes pretty far. We may end up driving over there because that's going to be a lot of distance to walk on foot. But we may give you just a peek over there to show you what else is there. But we still got this whole other section here, which is what we're going to focus on next. So here's another one of those historic points of interest. I'm going to see if I can find any information on it. But just looking though, it has about the superintendent's house. It says, house was built in 1900 from a design by William Mickler, a well-known local architect. The cemetery office is on the first floor. So we found it here, number 37. So it says, Aaron O. Hoff, 1810-1902, member of the first class of Lafayette College. He was the first African-American student to attend that school. On May 9, 1832, he blew his trumpet to officially open the college. This recently placed monument is a tribute to him. The monument is located along the road. So, definitely of great value to have this book. And to know this person played an important part of history for Lafayette College. I actually like this visual right here. We got the cross right here closest to us. And the distance, those little tower statues. This gives it a nice layout here, looking across and visually appealing. So we just came down from that area. We did a little drive through. Definitely the more modern, recent burials. Not as, fancy or ornate. More what you commonly see at most cemeteries. But we stopped here. We got a nice statue for the Williams family. So I wanted to stop and check this out. And behind me is a mausoleum I want to show you as well. But here we got Charles, Joan, Lucy, Ewart, and Myra. So it's Williams and Davies that are laid to rest here. This one's more traditional. It does have the metal gated doors. But I'm always amazed by these structures, how well they're built and constructed. And I'm going to take just a short walk up to this next one here. And then we're going to be departing the cemetery. There are a few iconic headstones and statues that we have seen on websites. we weren't able to locate all of them. We did find some of them, but there's one or two that we couldn't find. So I have to maybe do some more digging, or maybe we'll get lucky next time. There's steps. Where do they go? They go up. Bill Murray, Ghostbusters. Here we have 1922 W.E. & J.S. Chipman. Another historic point of interest. And what is nice over here, they actually have like a little, kind of like a park area for themselves, for the family. Like an altar almost. These are all Chipman. Marjorie, Charles, Amelia, Frank, Loretta, and E. Brand. That is something else with the columns here and the benches. This cemetery is enormous. It even keeps going down here. I didn't realize it was so big. So that was a look here at the Easton Cemetery. I gotta say, this place is nothing short of amazing. I'd rank this up there with the Dunmore Cemetery that I filmed in the past. Really, it's hard to put into words, but the amount of history that's involved here with the famous people that are buried, the unique headstones and plots. The location itself is very scenic, you know, a lot of shady trees, walking paths, and it's very sprawled out. I mean, you could spend hours here walking around just to kind of cover your bases and wouldn't even be able to see all of it. So I did my best to show you what I found to be the more intriguing looking areas, the more historic ones, the ones that caught my eye, drew my interest in. I shared this with you. I could have made this a 4-hour video and probably wouldn't be able to see everything. So if you did make it through this entire video, I do want to thank you for watching and staying the entire time. I did do a combination of music and commentary. Hopefully with the mixture of both was enough to keep you engaged and entertained throughout the entire duration. But I do advise you though, if you come here, pick up one of those pamphlets at the office in front, and it's loaded with information, and I'm going to look through more when I get home just to see what was actually related to the things we were checking out in the video. Maybe educate myself a little bit better. Maybe I'll share some of those tidbits throughout the video, which you would have already saw, but that's just me going in my mind here what I'm going to do with editing. But I do want to thank Alan for inviting me down this way today. We did do a previous location, which kind of didn't work out as well as we wanted it to, but he did show me a picture of this place, and I love cemeteries. I know you guys do as well, so I'm glad I got to check it out. It's one of the larger ones down here in Easton. Over 29,000 burials, but as the sign said, still room for thousands more. So it's only going to continue to grow and get larger as time goes on. But anyways, feel free to leave your comments down below. I love hearing your feedback. Let me know what your favorite plot was, mausoleum, headstone, statue, whatever you want to share. I love reading your comments, and I always do my best to acknowledge them when I do go through them. So anyways, guys, if you haven't done so, please give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more cemetery videos, down in the description, you'll find a link to my cemetery playlist. And of course, a link to Alan's video where you can see his take on today's exploration of this place. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.